Hi, it's Zoisa here. So I've just had a new lady come interested in some Pilates because I've seen her before, not for a number of years, and also interested in some kinesiology and really feeling how wanted to have a little bit more energy. It's been lots kind of going on, and it was just really fascinating to combine the two and help somebody to really understand what does that mean when you mix the kinesiology with the Pilates exercise. So I did my usual standing posture and noticed, okay, a little bit tight in the hips, and what were the ranges of movement, what was happening when you go to sit down and stand up, any imbalances in terms of excess tension, so the knees are pulling inwards, maybe as you're walking, one leg feels tighter and stiffer, there's a less swing going through, maybe there's like limited rotation happening through the torso. So just doing some basic movement assessment first of all. And then from there, I just went, okay, let me just find a working indicator muscle, which generally we tend to use the muscle here, which is connected to the brain. And then I just check, does the muscle switch on? When I switch it on, think of it like the radio. Does it switch on? Yes, it switches on. And then from there, it's like, okay, now I've got the radio on. If I turn the dial and switch the muscle off, does the muscle switch off? And what was fascinating is it's like I turned it off and then the muscle was just like, no, I'm on. That's it. So we did, as I usually do, is like we can rub the neuro-lymphatic points here and on the base of the skull, and then I held neurovascular points, which are connected to really emotional and just helping to balance that particular central meridian, and work with the central meridian, and just balanced and used the techniques that I would do normally. And then when I checked the muscle again, it switched on. And then when I interrupted that signaling flow of communication, which is what rubbing that muscle does, then like turning the volume down or off, and then the muscle was like, yes, I can turn off. So, which was lovely, because that's ideally how a muscle will work. So you want your muscles when you're exercising to be able to, it's like activate when I need to use you, and then deactivate, don't work if I don't need to use you. And so from there, we then went on to just check, because there was some tension in the hips and a knee injury. It's like, let's check what's happening with the inner and outer thighs. And really interestingly enough, the inner thigh, when I went to move it out, it was like there's an inability to maintain and meet the pressure. So there was signaling, something going with the signaling, and the leg was unable to kind of switch on to go, oh, she needs me to hold my leg here. Again, not a muscular strength thing, but just the signaling, that process of the messaging going from the body to the brain and coming back clearly. It was like, no, not all that messaging is coming through clearer. And then we checked, and her stomach energy was over-energized, and the spleen, pancreas, which is processing and sending all the nutrients, was under-energized. So I did the usual fixes for her stomach and spleen meridian. And actually I had her doing some chest expansion with a band, and we worked with a purple one, which was stronger, and it was quite difficult. And it was like, you could really see, I could see that effort that it was taking to pull that band open and open that chest. The shoulders were trying to join in and help. But after we'd done the fixing and had balanced her stomach and spleen, then interestingly enough, the inner thigh leg was happy to work. It was like it was only a victim. And then when we went to pull the band, she put in the same amount of effort to pull the band wide, and her arms just went ching, and it was like, oh my God, that's so much easier for me to actually access and activate those muscles now. Like the whole energy and meridians and all the muscles are working effectively and in harmony with everything else. And so it was just really lovely to kind of see and experience the differences that I know that when you mix kinesiology with really having to exercise and move, and even things like sitting down posture, the stability in the pelvis, the groundedness through the feet were much, much better. Then I add a little bit of a melt technique with my little magic melt balls. And again, everything was even firmer, more solidity, more connection through the body, more clarity, so that actually she could then get more out of the other exercises and things that we could do. So I just wanted to jump on and share that with you. Really good as well, because again, it's that electrical communication, body talk through all the systems, really integrating everything and acknowledging, oh, what's going on there. So if you want to know more or book a session, then I have got some half-an-hour taster sessions for kinesiology happening, so you can just experience kinesiology. Or if you want to know more about some of the foods, that might be switching your muscle communication and activation signaling off. You can check out my 30-minute food testing kinesiology sessions